Alright, for this one we're going to do something special. Something dangerous. I'm going to prove that my Dead Kennedys record collection is fireproof. But first, here is, from the late 70s, a fireproof food stamp. There it is, $1 food stamp. Now that that's out of the way, let's start the show. Here is Holiday in Cambodia with police truck on the flip side. Here is Halloween with Saturday Night Holocaust on the flip side. Here is the European version of Too Drunk with The Prey on the flip side. Here is the American version. Again, completely fireproof. Here is the Kill the Poor 7-inch. With Insight on the flip side. Here is the Nazi Punks Fuck Off 7-inch with Moral Majority on the flip side. Plus armband. Also completely fireproof. Here is another version of Holiday in Cambodia. This is the Cherry Red record label version. Here is a Dead Kennedys bootleg called Cold Fish. It has Holiday in Cambodia, Forward to Death, and Cold Fish on it. And that little picture right there is a picture of a performance artist from Los Angeles, California named Joanna Wint. Here is the second version of California Uber Alice with Man with the Dogs on the flip. This is the very first version with the big hole in the middle. Here is the European version. Here is another Dead Kennedys bootleg. Bleed for Me. Holiday in Cambodia on the flip side of this one. And here's another European, French version of Holiday in Cambodia. Police truck again on the flip side. Here is Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, passing through the flames, completely unharmed. Here is a picture disc of In God We Trust Incorporated. And here is the In God We Trust Incorporated. Sometimes my flames need a little help. Here is a tribute to the dead Kennedys with lots of wild rock and roll bands on it. Here is another picture disc of the dead Kennedys doing an interview. Here is the Bleed for Me and Halloween 12-inch. Here is the Mutiny on the Bay live album. And here is the famous Frankenchrist. And you know the poster, the famous trial poster, is inside this copy because the flames do it no harm. Here are some little newspapers that came with Dead Kennedys records. Here is Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. Here is a Dead Kennedys comic book. Here is the Gimme Convenience or Gimme Death European version. Goes great with the jack-o'-lantern. And here is the gatefold sleeve to the European version. Plastic Surgery Disasters. Bedtime for Democracy. Live at the Deaf Club. The Dead Kennedys live at Funland in Bonn, Germany, October 15th, 1980. the Can You Hear Me comp, live from the Death Club with the Dead Kennedys, the Offs, the Mutants, KGB, Tuxedo Moon, and Pink Section. Completely fireproof. Here is another Bleed for Me. 12-inch with Life Sentence on the flip side. And lastly, one more fireproof Dead Kennedys album. And this is the 3 LP box set of live concerts, which I'll open this up because I redid the covers. Here is the original Skateboard Party. And here are the fixed jacket covers. This is live at the Alabama Haley in Germany. And here is Live at the Farm in fabulous San Francisco. And here is part of a flyer for the Butthole Surfers, Big Black and Angry Red Planet at Paychecks in Detroit, Michigan. And this little venue is probably 6 miles away from where I'm sitting right now. Wouldn't that have been a wild show? Big Black and the Butthole Surfers in a tiny bar. And this, the last one, is at the Presidio in Amsterdam. And that's my fireproof collection of Dead Kennedys records. Good night.